Live now. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back inside our little podcast living room here for yet another edition of what we call Show Priority, which is something we started in the hopes of what? What was the hopes of Show Priority?
We want people to be mad at us that we're judging Dota events, even though we only run 2 summits a year.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what we want.
There's a market there. No one's in it. We're just going to drop in with our flag.
Guys, we try and be humble here, but we love judging people.
Yeah. I think we love judging content and memes.
Yeah.
More importantly. Everything that's not the actual game.
One of the easiest things to do is to look at stuff and criticize. I think that's...
What did they do? What looks so good?
Yeah.
What have we done that is similar? And what could we steal
Yeah.
from this great
To be fair,
piece of content?
I don't think we ever said that we'd be unbiased. I think honestly we're pretty biased.
I don't think we've been pretty. I don't know if we've been too biased. Have we? I don't think so.
No,
I think we've been fair. And
I think
most
we've
of
given our honest opinions.
Yeah.
We've given props where they're due, and we've given criticism where it's due.
Of course.
Unfortunately, a lot of the earlier minors and some of the earlier majors, people really didn't do much.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that in the sense of they didn't put a lot of money into the event. I think these events are very difficult to fund, cost a lot of money to fund all the players, got a big prize pool, that kind of stuff. So maybe, content secondary.
There's just a lot
But
of them.
we care about content.
There's a lot of them. We knew when the DPC list came out, it was even more loaded than it is now, and that it seemed like every weekend there was going to be something to watch, and then a craving for people to talk about what they just watched and what are those lingering memes and moments that we'll continue to talk about. And those are the important ones because as a new event rolls up, we may forget. Do you even remember what happened at the last StarLadder? Do
No.
you at home know what happened at the last StarLadder?
No. Did Secret win?
Yeah, see, that's like I barely know. So
I don't know.
We may need to have like.
Do you remember what happened at the first
recap?
first minor?
What was the first minor?
I think it was a PGL.
It may have been a StarLadder.
No, it was PGL. Right?
Was it PGO?
I think
Maybe.
it was PGL minor. I think Liquid won. I'm not sure.
Seems.
Dude, there's like no one in the
fair.
chat. We got like 50 views. We're on BTS 2. Something happening on BTS 1. People are playing Dota. I don't even know why people watch Dota when you can watch people talk about people playing Dota.
Probably a qualifier
But,
for something we'll
It
eventually
was
talk about
StarLadder.
here.
Someone in the chat says that it was StarLadder.
It was StarLadder. This event, but season.
StarLadder
3.
was the first one. Who won that?
This is season
Chat, who won
5.
it? Liquid won it? Okay.
So we were both right.
Sure.
But we're back again. StarLadder, which is the old standard, if you will. StarLadder really has been a lot of the same product since its early edition, ever since it really became the StarLadder iLeague/IMBA Invitational, whatever they call it now.
Yeah. I like their logo. Very cool. Reminds me of StarCraft. It looks very much like the OSL logo from back in the day.
Got one of
Brood
my
War,
own
old
when I
school
got to
Brood
work
War.
an event. StarLadder's a classic. This is my first LAN experience casting for Dota 2. It was at the same location. There it is now. Still, what is it? The Cyber Arena. It's been like their go-to spot for every StarLadder
Looks better
since
now,
the
though.
90s. Looks good. I mean, they find a way to reinvent it and make it a bit better and try to get some more production value involved. There we go. Thank you, Kevin. He throws up a wonderful shot. This is from the Twitter.
That looks a lot like a Korean StarCraft studio. I'm not even joking. It's like very similar. The way the stage is set up and where the crowd is and all that.
I know how it used to be. You see how the arrows on the bottom there are all pointing in that one direction?
Yeah, it used to
That's
point
where-
left. Or
It's like, yeah, like if that was stage right, like that's where the stage used to be, is on that right side, and everybody
okay.
was kind of facing that way. So now they've traded away the depth of the audience to widen the stage, and then they kind of lose a lot of the depth of the audience. But the audience isn't really a full house, maybe on the last day, and especially if they had someone like Vega or Navi in the final, they'll probably be pretty packed.
Navi, super major attendees. We can talk about that at all?
If you want to just go off on that.
I'm not gonna
right
go off
now.
on anything, dude. I feel like so there's a saga. Okay, there's a little bit of saga. What happened to this? So first, the super major invites were announced. Okay, and surprise, surprise, the super major invites do not correspond with what people believe are the strongest teams right now. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
And then it came out that they were invited before DAC,
Mm-hmm.
and they just took the top 10 DPC points and they just invited them.
Mm-hmm.
So PGL was like, well, we literally just took the top 10 teams and invited them. And then people are like, well, some people are like, Dota fans will complain about anything. This is the fairest way to do it. How else are you going to do it? Some people are like, OG switched rosters. How could you still invite them? Navi only has Lil. That's why they have so many points. Well, how could you invite them? I feel like the reason why they invited those 10 teams is specifically because they wanted to avoid any of controversy. Like, we don't even want to show bias, so we're just going to invite the top 10 teams.
Mm-hmm.
And what ended up happening, much like a monkey's paw, evil cursed wish, was their decision to avoid controversy created the most controversy.
I mean, the biggest factor that what you think being the time, it was just a bit early. I mean, as a TO, you have to.
That's not too early.
It's
a month before the event.
Yeah,
well,
it's like you have to
it was
get
a month
it out
ago.
Pretty.
Yeah, you gotta get them to
early.
accept and first everyone's gonna go to the Super Major if invited.
Super Major is the first or second weekend of June, so it's a couple months early. It's the biggest major, so if it's gonna be the biggest event on the calendar, then I would imagine it needs a bit more preparation. But what do you think about the 10 invites? 10. I mean, the most. Some events don't even get 10 teams. This event had 8 teams.
So you think they should do qualifiers based on seeding,
Well,
or based on regional strength?
Invites, I think is like a big.
So it's an
thing.
interesting decision and reasoning, because if it was me running a major, I would want as many viewer minutes as possible, and I would try and get all the qualifiers. Get more broadcast time, try and lead into it a bit more, get every region to have a long, drawn-out qualifier format. Obviously, teams don't like that. You want to guarantee certain teams are going. You can still guarantee Liquid, VP, those teams are going to go, but potentially have maybe 2 slots for NA and then don't invite any NA team, something like that, right?
They could have cut it in half. I mean, would it have been terrible if they had 5 invites and then just loaded extra slots on a lot of those qualifiers?
But at the same time, a lot of complaints from fans and teams is that there are too many qualifiers and that, they're stacked on top of each other, and having, these formats that have all these qualifiers and more teams and all that stuff is really complicated. It's not the easiest thing to solve. I just think it's funny because the PGL is like, fuck it. We don't want any criticism. Invite the top 10 ranked teams. Yep. And then, lo and behold.
They didn't have any roster swaps at that time, right? Between OG and Navi?
Or it depends on how you see it.
According to they put the invites out. Was Navi without Lil and was OG with Rezo?
According to Wikram's Twitter, they sent the email out May 19th. OG announced that Rezo was off the team March 17th. Now that leaves it up to interpretation, because it could just be they emailed the teams on the 19th, but the decision was already communicated and made clear before Rezo left the team. If it was after Rezo left the team, I think that's potentially questionable, but they're still technically 10th or whatever, even though he left it. Like, they're still 10th. It's just it might be disqualified from it might be points. So they might have to play open qualifiers, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't think it's as simple as Optic is better than OG right now. We have to invite them. So perhaps they could have waited until after.
Due to recent
DAC,
events and tournaments, we're just going to rescind half our invites.
Yeah, but DAC is like a 2-week-long event. Can you really wait until after it's over to even send them out? I don't know. That sounds like a bigger discussion and thing for Peter when Peter's here on Thursday. PBD's coming.
Yep.
We're going to interview him on Thursday
at
1.
You're right.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to give us some salt?
I have no idea. I mean, it seems like he finished traveling from StarLadder, got the news, and was a bit surprised, as his outreach was pretty obvious on social.
I think a bit surprised. He tweeted, Navi's invited to LOL.
Yeah, which I'm sure certainly caught him a bit off guard. I'd be curious, because it'd be neat to get the players' insight as far as what they feel. We know they're going to get their opinion on what the players would like as the true and fair system, and it's always hard to factor
and Envy's tweeting stuff too, and he's getting like ridiculous amounts of hate.
Yeah.
Um,
And everyone's trying to factor in all parties accounted for it.
It's
TOs
interesting.
and viewers included.
So I'm excited to hear what Peter has to say about it. He's going to be in full PPD mode. They just won an event. Congrats to them. They played real well.
Which, of course, we're going to be talking about is
Yeah.
StarLadder showing as well how he feels about his team, where his team's currently standing, and what they're expecting for the future.
I heard a lot of rumors about them potentially switching players. Sounds like that might not be the case anymore. I don't know. Because they didn't have too many great results until recently. But they do look quite good.
Looks good.
We'll see.
I mean, they broke the morale of VGJ in this tournament, that's for sure. Something we'll get to check out. So with that, we'll be talking about more of the Super Major, its invites, and all the drama surrounding it this Thursday on our Hot Cocks with PPD. Myself and Ken will be right back for that one.
Yeah, we got the Salt Lord himself.
Yeah.
We got to ask him about whether he thinks Swindle's a better panelist than him.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think he's going to say about that?
Will he panel with him as well? Will that happen at TI?
Yeah, ask him if he's going to panel with Swindle at TI. I'm sure that won't be an insulting question.
Why not, right? We have him here.
No, we'd be like, we'll just say, like, you got to assume he's going to make it, right?
I think PPD is fully bloomed and blossomed at this point. He'll do whatever he feels is going to be good for him, his brand, and good for the viewers. He's a smart guy. All right. Back onto StarLadder here.
Yeah, let's talk about StarLadder.
Show priority a bit. We got a brief look at the stage that Kevin had thrown up. Looks great. It's StarLadder. The challenge for them is that they're always put in the same spot. We only at this point we kind of know what to expect out of a StarLadder, so it's on them to kind of find ways to reinvent their show, make it more appealing, and not just, okay, this is a minor where teams play and earn points. Pretty healthy lineup of teams here. We had VGJ, we're a direct invite. Navi, we're a direct invite. We had Team Kingwin, we're the European qualifier. We had, I did not even know this team, Fly to Moon, which was the CIS qualifier.
Yep.
Optic Gaming, the North American qualifier, SG Esports, the South American qualifier, Vega Squadron, the China qualifier. I think that is a replacement, of course. I believe LGD were originally slated to be coming to this event, so Vega replaced them. And then finally we have Fnatic of the Southeast Asia qualifier. So based on those teams, based on the results now, Ken, we're looking it over. I know we don't talk a lot about the Dota itself, but we should kind of give the nod. What do you think? Expected results? Any surprises here? It was Optic who ultimately went all the way to take the crown for this StarLadder and earn the extra points and money.
I think Optic people thought that they were going to do well at this event, but because of their results at DAC, I think they did better than people thought. I think they obviously played extremely well this event. So I'm not surprised they won. Fnatic changed their roster, so it's kind of hard. Like I've said if they had Pi, that Fnatic would have been. I would have expected them to do better, but they lost to Navi with Pi and they beat Navi twice without Pi. So that's interesting too.
It is interesting.
At GESC at least. So
maybe just Fnatic still trying to find their sea legs, if you will. But yeah, a standout event for Optic here. Shout outs to Wikram for the graphic, and of course Liquidpedia for graphics.
Optic, when they first made this roster, I don't think a lot of people thought, a lot of people were focusing on who's like the standout player here, and I think this event, they really showcased some lesser known people in
for
Optic.
Sure. 33.
He did a lot. The Broodmother games especially, quite fun to watch if you like that kind of thing.
We saw bits of it back at DAC when this guy is put into that core position, he can really shine. Maybe he's just got that young thirst of wanting to break out. And when we get to the winning moment, the GG call, I think that you'll see that his reaction reaffirms that. He is genuinely excited and pumped up. Like, it was almost refreshing to see someone just kind of excited again about, like, I want to land, let's go. And then there was even a bit of that behind PyCat, too. PyCat had not taken a land in, like, a decade. I think it was legit a decade since his one.
No, he said it was his first.
The first?
The first one in the first LAN win for Dota 2 for him, I think.
Oh, so yeah, I guess maybe the decade ago was Dota 1. Like,
yeah.
And the dude is like one of the most experienced Dota people.
That's funny, right?
Ever. And now it's like he'll finally get something.
That's crazy.
So there, and then
he's played at like 5 TIs. It's like
he's played everywhere. And
playing
there's
China.
A mix of everything. Meanwhile, you have PPD and Zai who've been to the biggest stage on the planet. Quinn, who, he's been there. He's been there too. He's been all over the place. He's gotten a win, right? I'm sure he has. No, not either.
I don't think so. I think it's probably his first one.
Well, I think the dudes were thirsty and they get something to quench it.
Yeah.
Right? It's a big win for them. They look good. And, that's the Dota. Let's talk about the talent lineup for this. It's a very StarLadder kind of a lineup here,
Yeah, this is good.
Where can you complain? You got Sheever back
It's a good
on
mix.
the host.
Yeah.
Nahaz is there for the fire.
I think Nahaz is better when the panel's 3 people.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
can't give him a lot of people. You can't give him that full.
You put
Mount
Nahaz on a
Rushmore.
6-person panel or
Oh,
something.
good
Ooh,
Lord.
Yeah.
That would be a show in itself. It's like
The stats don't lie.
can
3-person
Nahaz
panel.
get a word in?
better
and
than
it's like-
better with 3-person panel. It's a more intimate conversation. I think
Oh,
it's
man.
a different vibe. I don't know if 3 is better than 4. We'll see. But I liked it.
It was
I
good.
thought it was cool.
It depends on how much Dota analysis, I guess, you have on that panel.
Mm-hmm.
In some cases, like DAC, you'll have like a bunch of heavy hitters in there. Jack's bringing the insight, Winter, and then Kyle. All these guys who bring in some serious depth knowledge.
Winter unabashedly calling for 2-0s to try and get back to the hotel quick. He didn't even front.
Winter doesn't front. Even at events, he's there. He's like, I just want to play Dota.
Yeah.
Just give me a PC. I'll go away and play Dota. I don't even want to cast. I just want to do analysis and play Dota.
I said this on my Twitter, but the number one lie that that is told the most on panels is that I'm really excited to watch these teams play and see a third game. That's actually the biggest lie ever. Every talent in the history of Dota talent always cheers for 2-0s to get home quick.
There have been
no one-
ones that have been entertaining and earn the respect of being hyped for a game 3, but to say every game 3 is, I was excited for this game 3, yeah, that would be a stretch. But there's definitely been series where you want that game 3 or game 5.
Yeah, that's just
But,
funny.
that's the part of the job. You got to build up the hype. You're building the
Yeah,
storyline.
I'm not saying it's
You're
their fault.
forcing
It's just like it's
and
funny.
trying to entrance the people at home
Yeah.
to be like, you want to see this matchup of RRQ versus Purple Pikachu.
Yeah, this
You
is
want to
what
see it go to a game 3.
it was. I like their setup too. The way they did the panel and like the backdrop. So
You look good. We have a panel backdrop look here.
Yeah,
Got my boy Lacoste looking so damn spiffy. He's probably
Yeah.
one of the best dressed
But
talent.
it
in the
just
game
looks
right
cool.
now.
Like it matches their outfits. The background's like this nice, pretty colors.
Giant LCD.
It's cool looking.
kinda
Like
screen.
their graphics are
super
great.
sharp.
You know,
I
like
would say their graphic
their
package
graphics are
is
on
better
point,
looking than
Yeah.
PGL's. PGL's graphic package is decent, but I don't think it looks as sharp and nice as this one.
This is good looking stuff.
I want to give also a shout out to Tsunami. His beard was on fleek, very sharp. The dude was dapper as hell.
These aren't the most complicated stats, but I like that they simplify it and everything looks nice and clean and
Just digest that.
Look at this. Look how nice that. Look at that transition. Oh,
Very smooth, very nice. I mean, that's, like I said, StarLadder has a simple thing, a good package going. They've done these kind of, I bet their like show run is essentially the same thing, copy pasted over and over and over again, but they need to find ways to, again, reinvent that, make it look crisper, make it look sharper, and they're doing it. That is a nice looking panel.
yeah. Sheever matches the background.
Everyone, the colors look good. I mean, I'm not a big colors kind of a guy, but
No, I like this.
the lighting
I mean,
seems
this is
great.
good, yeah.
Nothing's blown out.
Do you think that this kind of production value actually matters for viewership?
That's the thing is the viewers will just not notice. They'll only notice when it does look terrible, when the screen is broken, when it's terrible green screen, when the light has made Sheever look like a ghost. When people have shiny
But does that
faces.
even matter? They'll just watch the Dota anyway.
Yeah,
Who cares,
I mean, it's
right?
like, they don't really care about that. Like, we don't care about this stuff. But it's like, you can't always take it for granted. Like, this is what helps these events really try to stand out, what brings that production value. And again, you're only going to notice when it looks god-awful. So take the moment to be like, hey, they had a makeup person that didn't overdo it.
Hashtag production
They had
value.
good lighting. They had great, transitions, and they had a good graphics package that made everything very easy to ingest and look sharp. So that's why we have this show in the first place. I think it does deserve that little bit of extra focus.
Guys, I can find a problem in this graphics package.
What is it?
What's with the Twitch logo? Why is there a black box around it?
Yeah. Well, never mind. I'm
Where's
resending
your
all of the compliments I've
Where's your
put out there.
transparent PNG Twitch logo? What is
I'm
that
sure
black
there's
box?
like a bazillion of them out there.
No, that's probably intentional. I don't know.
All right, so everything as far as the presentation between panel and the casters and the stage looks all pretty good. Let's check out some of the extra bit of content, because nowadays you really can't just have an event that goes from A, B to C, especially if you need a lot of time to break down, to change out the teams. You got to find ways to fill that time. Each
Yeah.
event has their own way of doing it. Long wait screens, or they'll find ways to fill it with content. StarLadder finds a nice mix in the middle here of a little bit of both. Last StarLadder, I think one of their big takeaways of extra content was that Name That Tune bit.
Yeah. They do that again?
They did it again.
All right, let's watch.
Season 2. Let's bring it up. I have 2 parts of it here.
At the first minor of the season, everyone fell in love with our observer and also Buffy's singing. We improved both things a bit, so welcome Name That Tune Season 2.
То, что я угадаю все песни Баффика, я почти не сомневаюсь. У меня самое большое количество человека часов, проработанных с ним.
Баффик, как же я по тебе скучала.
Let's have a look. Ну что, поехали?
Oh, wow. Wow, he hits those highs.
No idea. Number one, absolutely no idea. I have no idea what this guy is doing. Вот это легчайший Arctic Monkeys, Do I Wanna Know?
I have no idea. I don't know.
All right, so we get the idea. Let's cut to part 2 now.
Не знаю,
There,
какая
Kevin.
песня.
Хорошо.
They do a couple.
The one where he does all the meme poses, you know.
Oh! Oh God, I know this. This is Hotline Bling, for sure.
Drake, Hotline Bling.
Oh, I've heard this a billion times, but I don't remember it. Oh,
Miracle,
Hotline Bling,
come
But I don't
on.
remember who does it. He did such a good job with that one too. I'm embarrassed.
I'd be really bad at this
Он
game.
свистит, он просто свистит.
He looks like a Swiss Alp fella. God, no!
Вы знали, да?
I know that one.
Is this from the Thor?
Have you heard that
This is from the
video?
Thor
If you put in the effort
trailer?
to stream, the
Meme
least I can do is
video.
listen to
Have you
it.
seen
Но я
that
дослушал
thing?
принципиально.
No, what is it?
Beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Он просто
I
орет,
don't know
да?
this song at all.
У меня кровь из ушей.
Blood from the ears. What is this?
No idea. I know just because of the meme
So that's the
videos
name that
about
tune.
it.
I
don't
mean,
know the name
it's
of it.
a cool
I'm
concept.
sure
I
that's
want to
not a
say it's
song at all.
pretty original. I don't know how many
Yeah.
times I've seen it on like a Jimmy Fallon or
It's
something
shot
like
well.
that.
They all look
Shot
nice.
well, looks good. It's very easy for the talent or players to participate. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
listen
this
to
is
this.
good.
Tell me
Yeah.
what it is. You know, it's great. Not front page Reddit worthy,
Mm-hmm.
but entertaining. I don't think people are switching away from the channel when something like this comes on.
Yeah.
It may have went on a bit long. I cut out a big chunk of it there in the middle. But
I like that they just did a talent for this. They don't. They don't have any players. It's still entertaining.
both languages. Everyone's involved. That's cool.
Yeah.
Multicultural. I can get down with that.
Cool.
Everyone seemed fun. It looked sharp and good. So props to Marie with a good idea and a good season number 2 with that one. Next piece of meme content, if you will. Another fun little game that we've actually seen a couple times before. So we'll just grab one piece of it here. It's I didn't even have a name for it, so I just put the name. Guess What I'm Saying game.
Okay.
With Kingwin here.
Yeah.
As they...
It's really hard for non-English speakers. Let me just put this.
I mean,
way.
that's the only way I found this little extra funny.
Guriza do kanon.
Guriza?
Guriza do
Do?
Guriza do kanon. Kanon.
Isn't Bariza only a?
Guriza do kanon.
Yeah.
Diablo.
Guriza do Canyon.
Kanon. Yeah.
Where's he got it?
Слушай, могу.
This is a.
Big.
Big. Black.
Back.
Wait, is he playing charades? What is this?
Yeah,
Big black.
there's no rules.
Oh no.
Big black. Big black dick.
Oh my.
And that is what helped the bit work.
All right. Okay.
I don't even know if they did any others with the other teams. I grabbed this one.
Interesting,
and, stuff like that will make the bit, but otherwise, it's pretty stagnant. I mean, Kingwin, they're fun, they're laughing, so it makes it kind of a bit more entertaining. But just very simple concept, very simple premise, very simple idea.
Yeah, I like
What
it.
do you think? It's just basic bitch, if I'm just being honest. It's pretty simple. Just shot well, edited, put
Yeah.
together.
I like where they're sitting. That's cool. It's like a new. You got shit in the background. Stuff's going on.
Yeah, good shot spot.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. but pretty basic overall. We've seen these a bunch of times. We've seen the name the spell, guess the hero, do the charade, and all that stuff. All right, this next one is a bit more intriguing. I actually don't know how many of these they did either. I found the one that they did, and I'm not really surprised they did it on this person, but they have started a new series, I imagine, called Players' Stories.
Okay.
And this one is Dendy.
Dendy tells a story?
Do you know Dendy's story? I mean,
Oh my god.
it's Dendy. It's Dendy.
They did a player piece on Dendy recently. Wait, Universe is there too? What's going on? Oh, they're all there together? That's cool.
Я сам по себе жизнерадостный человек. Меня ничего не волнует. Меня не волнует мнение окружающих. Мне главное близкие мне люди. Люди, которые меня поддерживают. Наши фанаты. И сам себе пытаюсь доказать что-то. Вот прежде всего. Поэтому, не знаю, мне кайфово по кайфу. Нет никаких проблем. Каждая перемена в команде – это некий челлендж для меня и для нас. Вот. Это сложно. Сейчас у нас коллектив, и в нем я выступаю капитаном. Для меня это, в принципе, новый челлендж, вот, который я пытаюсь освоить. И это очень клево и интересно. Капитан команды, наверное, это все-таки человек-стержень, который может как-то скрепить коллектив, поддержать.
That's pretty much it. I mean, it's cool. The concept is, cool. Everyone wants to hear more about their favorite players. I like the intro, cool B-roll shots of all pros hanging out. They got a neat stadium location, it looks like, a huge football field, if you will, to shoot this on, which I think the location is awesome. Production looks great. Dendy actually seems pretty genuine in his interviews. I'm not trying to say he's not genuine mostly, but there is kind of that Mickey Mouse factor to Dendy where it feels like he'll just say like, I like Dota and I like this shit. And this one he felt a bit real.
I've literally never seen Dendy in any sort of adult situation.
Yeah,
do you know
right?
what I mean? I don't mean like at a strip club. I mean like literally he's just a kid. It feels like he's a kid all the time. I've never seen him like actually.
He seemed pretty mature in this interview, which is nice. Very, very.
But he's like pretty old now, right?
He's getting old, yeah. Suddenly the dude's gonna have a kid or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's really gonna have to be a.
Can you imagine him like in a delivery room?
He's like, yeah. I don't know. That's just what I know of Dendy. He's just very like, I am Dendy and happy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get why they picked Dendy. Dendy's like mega popular, and you're gonna get a boatload of views on your video and a lot of people who want to watch it.
I think I guess since it's the CIS audience, it's probably the case. But the last Dendy kind of like player piece that they filmed and they put on YouTube didn't actually get that many views.
I mean, at
just
the same
heard the
time, you're
story too
balancing that
much.
with how many
Yeah.
times have people done stuff with Dendy. And
It's like
people
Leffen
know
and
everything.
Smash. They got
people
like
know all
50
that.
interviews about him.
So I would naturally be like, you should probably reach towards those more unfamiliar breakout players. Like, what if they had someone with 3-3? Maybe they did. Again, I didn't check all of the stories, but based on who's attending that little intro, maybe Universe and Dendy and Zai and stuff like that. But we've seen these guys before do stuff. Neat little extra piece of content. Again, I'm happy that we're not looking at longer loading screens and we get more material like that. That's good. I'm not freaking out over it, though, and saying it's the best piece on earth.
Yeah.
And that's really about all the extra content there is. It's a minor. It's a StarLadder. They only have so much room. We're not going to be getting cosplay competitions and live concerts.
I
and
like
all that extra stuff.
the Russian cosplay competitions though. That would be fun if they had that.
Actually, I don't remember the first StarLadder event I went to. There was definitely an ongoing cosplay competition, and those were very R-rated cosplays too.
Yeah, they
I specifically remember a certain Zyori wanted to get over and chat with him and take a picture too. So I was like, good luck.
Don't blame him.
Good luck, my man.
That
I
is
was very in the zone at the time because it was my first event, but there was definitely
we gotta say the R-rated cosplay MMR is quite high in that region.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
needs to be more on stream somehow. That's not breaking ground. Stream law.
Not surprised for that.
All right, we got a lot of the little extra filler content, but we also love to go over the ending, and the ending is almost a whole act within itself. When the grand final is decided, the moment's decided between the two teams, it's on the org to try to start hyping it up. Usually they'll lead in with some sort of hype intro to to build up the atmosphere a bit. And then when the game comes to a closing, right as the GG is called, what's going to happen? What are we going to see? How do we get the viewers hyped up and excited about that? You don't want to just see a GG and everyone's like, okay,
that's actually
we won. Now what?
It's interesting because the hypest moment and the most important moment for a lot of these production crews is the moment where the team wins. That's like critical to get the right shots. You got to get a shot of the losers losing. You got to get a shot of the winning team celebrating. I think one of the videos that they showed for the E-League truck when the Cloud9 won, that was very entertaining. Like you could just tell like how professional and like just
that is like their
and,
moment.
Yeah,
like,
they're like
is their grand
It's like,
final.
oh shit, these guys, this is what it is, because they're just super calm, making their calls. It's like business as usual.
It can
until the
be
show's
screwed
over.
up. Real bad.
It's very easy.
I know
to
we've
screw
seen
it
a
up.
couple events in this DPC already. We probably don't highlight it.
Couple of events.
We're not gonna look. We're not gonna look.
We're talking about
terrible.
TI, last year's TI closing ceremony.
Even
dude.
our summit, we had a blackout at the GG called.
It is not
uncontrollable.
easy.
Just depression kicks in at that point.
It's not an easy thing to do to make that moment good. It's in esports especially. People have done it well, and people have not done it well.
Yep. So how did StarLadder do?
Let's watch the StarLadder.
So
moment,
we'll start by.
I haven't seen this. This was early in the morning.
So grand finals are decided. It's Optic versus VGJ. They had the panel. It's go time. Let's roll right now and get hyped up for it.
SFM, dude.
We always have an SFM guy.
Ooh.
The screens are all like, that's cool. That's new. They didn't have
All this shit looks great, dude. Look at that
They
thing.
didn't have this
Oh my god.
full like LCD panels, like maybe a couple, but now ones that fill
They're
the
burning
whole
out.
front.
Optics left, Beaches left. Oh shit. Okay.
All right, that had to happen recent, so that's a quick turnaround. That's a quick turnaround. I like that.
Skull. Is it Dota something?
Trophy in the front.
Nice.
OG versus Thunder.
No,
All
it's
right.
OG versus Thunder.
Versus. Yeah. My bad. Pretty cool. I mean, this is a good flexing of all their new production ads to their set.
Yeah.
Looks sharp.
Looks nice.
I
like the screen in front of the player.
can't tell if there's like an underlying theme to the whole event. Like themes will have their own aquatics or maybe just a strong color theme. I don't know if there's any of that really present here with StarLadder. So
The
some of
flowers.
stuff,
The pink flowers.
I mean, maybe it is and I didn't notice, but otherwise it feels pretty generic. Like we'll just throw in green colors and a skull.
By the way, do we just not care about player booths anymore? Is that just one of those things?
Well, StarLadder has never had player booths, so it's like, I guess it's one of two things. You either need to be in a setup where you have soundproof booths, or you need to be in a setup where you get like those soundproof headphones, and that's it. Like, I mean, no one's ever complained about StarLadder.
I guess, but it just feels like if the fans want to complain, they'll complain. Because you could argue about this, right? Because like remember it was in China and they had their headphones half off and there was like a huge fucking controversy whether listening to like the crowd
that is
giving
still a
away
thing.
smoke.
Even the last StarLadder I worked,
Yeah.
I-League in China, like there was a lot of concern. Like we need to make sure our opponents didn't seem to have their headphones on all the way during the draft. Like if you're gonna have a setup like this, like yeah, you need to have harder rules and admins who are
But it feels
very
like
into what's happening.
It's a controversy if you want it to be a controversy. I think like the vast majority of fans just don't care about that. It's like whatever.
They'll care if the team and player cares. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what
they're not sitting here going, I'm gonna bring up a problem that is not my concern, but of the players, and I'm curious if they care at all. Yeah. All right. Stage intro hype looks pretty good. As far as how the grand final played out, it was, from what I hear, pretty convincing for Optic.
Yep.
As it went on, VGJ, their morale seemed to break, and just like in The Simpsons. When they zoom in on Ralph Wiggum, the moment that his heart
you can
breaks,
see.
I
we got a
found
moment?
the moment in the series where VGJ's heart broke and it was over.
All right,
so
let's
check out that moment.
I'm excited for this.
For a big fighter push, already up to 2K gold after completing his
This is
BKB.
Big Boy Freeze here. They're tiny. They're
He will
core.
be the one to
mid
take
laner,
on the Aegis. Bottom lane, though, 33s went there
Potential gank
alone
opportunity.
to defend. Again,
3-3 here.
VGJ, they just
Oh,
don't have the
that
damage to
build.
kill him.
All right, Freeze,
This
are you going to
build's
go
great.
for it? Let's see.
See what he gives him.
Hits
Can't wait
him.
for this.
Ava, toss.
Wombo combo.
He is still at
And-
more than half HP. And,
And that's it. Okay.
in
And if
some
you're at
trouble,
this late in the
Ice Path,
game
the
and
rest
you're
of the team is
committing your
coming in. He
full
got tired of
wombo
seeing the
combo on a
Sand King just
tiny,
looking at him.
and
Zai's
they
just
didn't
moving on,
even
saying,
like,
you know what, this
they only
guy's
lost a
already as good
third
as
of their
dead.
life.
Let's try and find more, but they will
It's
get
over.
that kill. And 3-3
That
still
felt
very
like the most flaccid attempt, and at that point, all of the life from VGJ was just deflated out from him.
So let me say, I think the reason why this is a particularly funny clip is because generally in these situations, Dota pros make a decision, and sometimes it's wrong, but you understand why it's wrong, and oftentimes it's close. This is like not even remotely
Like, you went over there, you click on him, you see his items, you go, yeah, this is not happening.
If you
But
take
he's
off the
like,
names here,
I'm gonna go for it.
If you take off the names here, like, he's so wrong on the decision to initiate on that guy. It's just hilarious because usually pros aren't that wrong, and it's because obviously the Sand King has a weird, crazy build that he either didn't click or didn't fully respect. Like, look at that fucking build. Like, it's
Maybe his
insane.
items will break.
Yeah, he has
halfway
like
through.
a ridiculous amount of resistance to magical
Up
and
down,
physical, and it just
like,
oh yeah,
that's
okay.
with like
all right.
3 melee strikes.
Yeah,
with the tree and his combo.
Yeah,
and
that's when you know people are confused.
And then his team is like, dude, no, I can't help you right now. You're on your own.
That's
and
so,
it was
so
over.
funny.
They deflated. Optic just crushed him, man. They crushed him. They were feeling it. And then this alludes to eventually the big moment, the GG call, if you will. So
That's
let's
Sand
check
King
out the
build,
winning
dude.
moment. And in particular, let's look at 3-3's player cam right when it's over. Okay.
That's Sand King build.
It's a cool.
He went blink third.
Not dead as of yet, and now streaming forward for more. The Shard's actually blocking off
Dude, look at
Highcat
that.
from going after Sylar, but they are streaming into the
Whoa,
base.
whoa,
diving
whoa! He
the
took off
fountain.
his
They
he
don't
took off
give a
his thing.
damn.
Genuinely, he
GG
immediately
is
went, "Woo!"
called. Optic Gaming are going to
I mean,
be
they're
your
all pretty hyped,
champions, ladies
actually,
and
yeah.
gentlemen.
Been a long time coming. This is the first win for Optic.
Losing a tough, grueling game
I gotta say, also,
the
Optic,
North
one of the teams that will
American
actually
Green Wall has
really
has
genuinely
won
show
season
that they're
5.
happy they won.
This is a
Really
moment when
solid stuff,
PPD
and they
can't
showed
wait
a
to be
nice
invited to the
variety of
Super
strategy.
Major.
Couple teasier
He's
games
like,
before
yeah, guys.
This certainly
we
has
just
sec-
won a minor.
I mean,
Because you know, like,
it's gonna secure something.
No, I'll tell you the thought process here.
The PL against the sniper, and
EG
just felt like
wins
VG Gaming, after
GESC,
losing
gets
that game
invited
two,
to
just looked a
ESL
bit
1.
lost.
You know, everyone's like,
absolutely.
they won
And,
at the minor.
you
They're
know,
gonna
you
get
go
invited
back
to ESL
through
1.
this, and,
PPD probably thought if
a
we win
team that
this,
ended up
we'll get an
being able
invite
win
to
2-0
Super
during
Major. That's
the
probably
winners
like the
match as well
reasonable,
earlier on during the
you know,
group
reasonable
stages.
expectation.
Might have
And in
thought
When
it
the
was
shit
an
comes
easy
out,
one,
he's
but
just like,
GEC
that's
is
why
like,
he's so
no,
mad.
actually, EG, you're invited to the next
That's
GESC.
yeah, that's why he's so mad about it.
It's
It's understandable though, you know. Orgs are not consistent. I think if ESL was running Super Major, maybe they invite Optic. I don't know, but we'll see.
I mean, from the players' perspective, they're not sure exactly what the TOs are holding out for too much.
can't wait to
but
go to Super Major.
Yeah, importantly, it's just, you know, the hype. It's hype. The hype to see 33. He's like super into it. Quinn's happy. Zai, of course, is just, you know, typical Zai. Like, you know, another day, another dollar.
OG. I can't wait to see how many comments they have on their You know, ever been to the Optic subreddit?
No,
Can we go to the Optic Gaming subreddit?
I have not been to the Green Wall.
It is an interesting place. Let me just put it that way.
Well, it's primarily Call of Duty, I imagine. Is that like the Optic mainframe?
No, they got a lot of shit now.
What
They
else
have
do
they have a league team.
A league team, really?
Yeah, they have a team in Overwatch League.
Are they all North American teams? Oh,
Exciting. Well, not all North American players, obviously. I think in a lot of those games they don't. but-
Overwatch, yeah.
So let's. How many subscribers does Optic have?
We got 31,753 green bricks in the Green Wall, according
Okay.
to this subreddit here.
Okay.
That's impressive for a team.
Yeah, and the comments.
Live
Is
ticker.
this the main one? Is this the Optic subreddit?
Dota? What are the skills of Dota?
Yeah,
good
that's a
luck
good
there,
one, yeah.
sir. That's like 300 skills to go over.
Can we do top in the last week? Is it possible to do that?
Thank you,
past,
Kevin, on
past week?
production, hooking us up.
Let's see what's number 1 here. Do we win? No.
Highcat with his trophy.
Highcat with his trophy. How many comments you get?
Post-tournament thread.
How many?
Yeah, people talking about it.
How many comments in that?
One. I think there's one.
In the post match? There's only one.
Oh, in the post match? Sorry, I was talking about the Highcat with his trophy.
I want to see some Optic fan comments.
Well, then probably go to the post thread for StarLadder.
Chance to sign Artesia or Miracle. Do you do it? Which one's better for Optic? Oof, tough one.
Optic Podcast, is Mark Zuckerberg a lizard?
Lizard.
What is
Optic
happening?
Podcast. Dude, this is look at
Good for them.
171 daily discussion thread, dude. 171 comments. That is some fucking activity, bro. That is nice. Look at they got that ticker, match ticker up in the top. Look at that. That's sick.
Is there an EG subreddit for comparison? I mean, Optic, I
doubt
imagine
it.
is probably one of the most.
Is there an EG? I've never been to the EG
little
one.
subcultures of any team?
I mean, to be fair, Optic is much larger than EG.
Yeah.
Like
Optic's big. I get it. They're in there. They're drinking Mountain Dew or whatever, and they're talking about games.
Dew.
Good for them. I'm
Is
glad
this
that
Evil
they're
Geniuses?
doing so well. Okay, EG
One
does have a
user,
subreddit.
300.
One user online. Phil's
375.
online.
Phil, that's Phil.
374.
Come on, let's get out of here, okay?
All right, fine.
no.
Let's get
no.
back. Let's get back to the
We're
game.
not doing that.
Thank you, Kevin, for entertaining us as we went down to those
Someone asked,
subreddits.
Isn't our Dota 2 the EG subreddit?
Definitely.
Funny.
Between the hours of
guys.
Between overnight hours is certainly like the flame fest for anything NA Dota. That's for sure.
I'm excited for the NA qualifiers for Super Major. That is, that's going to be great.
I mean, for the
Because if
TI,
Optic
it's gonna
doesn't
be
make
super
it, oh yeah, I know.
All right, we're back in. We saw the GG call. We saw the excitement from Optic Gaming as they finally got the win.
Hashtag green wall.
They got to go to the trophy now, and that's another huge thing. How are we going to make these kids look good with our cool trophy?
Nice.
Let's check it out. How did
No
StarLadder
champagne?
amplify
No champagne here?
the big winning moment?
No
Yeah,
champagne.
will be champagne, will be confetti.
Did they show Vici at all losing?
Gentlemen's Optic Gaming are going to be your
No, they showed the handshake.
Oh,
That's
there's a
what you're supposed to see.
confetti cannon right in the face.
I like how you can see Peter coaching them on what to do.
Oh, he
Watch,
just
watch,
gives
watch.
it.
He's like, you got to hold it up. Hold it up now. Everyone wants to see you hold it up. Hold up, fucker. All right. His eye's like, listen, I know how to hold up a trophy. Let me show you how it's done. Boom. Hold it, hold it, hold it.
Gotta hold it,
Turn.
yeah.
Good.
Who's
Next
kissing the
person.
trophy?
Peter's like,
That
I'll hold
trophy?
it. Boom.
Oh,
Peter's
shit.
like, that's how you hold a trophy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Pycat's like, finally.
I guess that's the
Boom.
first time he's ever done it. Exciting.
Yeah. 33's like, is it me now?
He
Oh,
almost
got the first one.
they got second at their LGD Int almost won a Chinese event. That was like very close. They were in the finals. I remember that.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
He was close, but now he gets it. And it's good. You can't really hear it from here, but there's some good hype music going. It doesn't really feel awkward. It maybe goes a touch too long, but overall, I felt that was pretty solid.
I like their stage, man.
It's a good looking
It
stage.
was good, yeah.
Audience is like right up to the front. They're ready to be a part of the hype, and I think they made them look pretty good, the winners there. All right, that leaves just our winner interview with Marie, who I got to say, she was rather funny this whole event. She's definitely gotten very comfortable with what she does, almost maybe too comfortable, because she's just kind of like, just tell me what you think or something like that. It's just, yeah, I've done this before. You'll see what I mean here. Let's check out the winner's interview.
No more questions for me, just an open mic for you. What do you feel right now?
Feels pretty good. Yeah, about 8 out of 10.
I bet.
Yeah.
8 out of 10.
Queen?
What's up? Oh, hello.
Just
didn't even
anything
notice her.
you want to say to the fans, your viewers, and
So bad.
Oh, God. Why, Quinn? Why? Why?
We're better than Bulldog, Quinn.
No.
We're better than Bulldog.
Come on.
Why do you
do this?
Sup,
You're
babe?
setting us back. He said so
Big shout out
babe.
to everybody watching at home.
Huh?
He said
Hashtag
so
green
babe.
Oh, I thought he
wall.
said sup,
no,
babe.
No, I would have
okay.
taken a sup, babe.
I would have been like,
Thank
okay,
you
that's
to
a little
all
better.
the fans
No,
who are here
it's
supporting
not.
us
He
and all the
said
fans
so
that-
bad.
I thought he
Babe.
looked up and down and went,
Thank
sup,
you.
babe.
No, he sat there and
That
might as
would've
well
been
have
great.
gone failfish.
That's how uncomfortable I am
Ребята, ну
with
давайте
people saying
напоследок
Twitch
поддержим
emotes in
еще
real
раз
life.
наших новых чемпионов Optic Gaming!
I thought that was good.
All
I
the
thought that was
other,
good.
I mean,
I actually
you know,
kinda like
once
that.
just a quick down the line.
Yeah.
We didn't catch Peters though. Can we go back to Peter? We were
Didn't-
getting so giddy over Quinn's.
It didn't feel forced. I think it's good.
But you know, they all get their
Didn't
moment.
keep it too long.
I want to catch Peters in a good moment. Everyone laughing.
Anything more?
Nah, that's all.
That's all. Okay.
Pierre.
Big shout out to everybody here. This crowd's been awesome. Big shout out to everybody watching at home. Hashtag green wall.
He knows it's a meme.
Thank you to
He
all
does
the
it,
fans
though.
who are
He
here
embraces
supporting
it.
Wait,
us.
why is he
knows
wearing a
that.
black jersey?
They have alternate jerseys. OG, they're
cool.
fancy. They're fancy.
They got a black alternate jersey, and Pycat's the only one
They're
wearing
doing
it.
it right though. I mean, God, interviews are just so terrible in Dota. I mean, they're typically so bad. So bad.
So bad. Oh my God, so bad.
I mean, it's whatever.
Okay,
Maybe you win
all
because
right.
you made it a meme, and it's a meme at the end of the day. But congratulations to Optic Gaming, to StarLadder. They made an event happen. It started. It finished. I didn't hear anything about crazy production flaws. I may have heard a little bit about the camera stuff a bit.
People did not like the Observer.
You know, the StarLadder has their set observer who apparently is observing both languages, which many would say is probably not the best way to go about it, because if you ask observers, they are pretty in tune with the casters. Casters will often call to even have certain things shown, like, oh, what does the Sand King have or whatever. So if you have an observer trying to listen into both languages, which I'm sure he's not, he's probably only listening to the Russian language or whatever.
But you can change your casting to fit that. You can just, if
You
you know
could.
he's not hearing you, you
could.
can not call for things. You can also be like, hopefully we get this at some point, or we can be
but
like,
what if they call for something and it forces him to miss a kill, which the English coverage is calling for the whole time? It could be a bit awkward.
if you do a one observer for 2 language setup, I think that you honestly can only have the play-by-play and analyst not be able to look around.
Yeah, and which
you need to
they've
just
done.
go off.
They
the
actually
thing.
did that last time I was there, and we were pretty much forced to use just a program.
You just
feed,
look at it,
and that's it. But what would you think about if it's going to be that? Why not on the English coverage side just have the play-by-play caster do the camera control?
I think it really depends on the person. Some play-by-play casters are able to do that. Those are the ones that have good camera control and can simultaneously cast. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's not easy. And some of the best casters right now are actually now at the point where they don't really do that anymore.
Yeah.
They don't control their own camera, so when they are somehow put in a position where
they're bad at it.
It becomes pretty apparent they're not used to it.
It's obviously better for the observer to be able to do exactly what he wants, and the commentators can focus on casting, because you're gonna forget stuff. You're gonna leave a menu up too long. You're gonna miss a kill. You're gonna not be in the right place. Yeah.
Intricacies that you have to do. Oh, it's 10 minutes. Make sure the
and it's also
CS is swapped to net worth.
When you're switching those kind of things, you're less likely to notice little things about what's happening in the team fights also, because you're trying to catch all the action. You're not really in there looking at what's exactly happening, because a lot of these team fights, like, very, very subtle. Little things happen that make a big impact on the team fight. Just for example, someone's BKB coming off CD, or getting delivered an item, or positioning, or someone's TP being on cooldown. You can't notice any of that stuff if you're trying to observe at the same time.
I agree.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, and most of us have done it for years now. It feels like getting a lot of qualifier coverage or side coverage
observing's
done.
hard.
But once you're put in a position where you have a dedicated observer, you're certainly more at freedom to just focus on the game itself and do your job, essentially, without trying to juggle too many hats. So, maybe
StarLadder guy got called out. He got called out.
Maybe we'll
People
see
do
what
not
they
like
do
him.
if they want to change about it or not. Maybe Weapons and Script are like, great, we'll have another event.
Pimp
Maybe they
defended
need
him though on Twitter. You see that? He's like,
yeah. I mean,
he's
Pimp
observing for
knows.
2 languages, guys.
Observer job is not easy, especially if you're in a position like that, but we'll have to see if StarLadder changes it for the next one or not. But StarLadder's doing a good thing. They continue to reinvent their product. I don't know if we'll ever see StarLadder step away from Cyber Arena and that neck of the woods, but I think they're a minor and it works for them. If this was a major, I'd be like, I would like to see more injected into the event to kind of make it better than just what it's always been. But for right now, StarLadder's got a good thing going. Let's talk about grading it. I feel like we've probably given it the same grade every time it's happened. This is on the minor scale, and there have been some freakishly good minor events out there, which I think maybe almost overdo it. And then there's been some criminally underdone minors.
It's like a solid. I would say it's a B+.
Yep, that's pretty much what I was thinking as well.
Because it was clean, everything looked great, no problems, nothing super amazing either. So B+ is like better than average, but not amazing. I think that's like I think people are forgiving of technical errors and potential problems if you create some crazy moments. So like if you have some big highs and memes and good content and all that kind of stuff, they'll forgive little errors.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a lot of that kind of content, you can't have a lot of little errors. And they didn't have a lot of errors, so they had virtually none.
But what separates it now, and maybe I'll just step on answering this one question, like what separates it now from just achieving that A status? And for me, it's like when we leave this event, I don't know how long.
We're not going to remember
We're not going to remember
Yeah.
anything. We're not going to be talking about that event. We'll still talk about stuff like the Mercedes-Benz meme from one of the first majors in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what gives it that kind of A quality factor.
Or
You
the
know,
perfect world, like the
perfect world,
karaoke
red carpet,
or
karaoke
like,
with
yeah.
burning RTK. It's like those are moments like I'm gonna laugh about.
Yeah.
Even DAC had a bunch of like
Yeah.
you know funny memes with the All-Star games, the
All-Star
1v1s,
game, yeah, all that
everything.
stuff.
You know, here it's great. I enjoyed it. It's gone. I'm not probably going to talk about it again till the next StarLadder comes up. I'm like, you remember the last one? What
Exactly, yeah.
happened? So that's what separates StarLadder from being an A grade, but it does everything else well. It's a strong B, and that's where I'm going to hold it. I think that's most fair, and we'll end it with that. Any closing thoughts as far as StarLadder goes?
No, I think, you know, it just you can expect them to have a quality event.
I hope
think
they get
that's-
more. Right?
yeah.
You know, I don't want to see.
I want to see
it
what they
too
do with
many
the major
times.
though.
That would be nice. You know, you know, how long before they want to? It's on them to maybe push a proposal to step things up to a major.
Yeah.
And I think that they earned it. They've done more than most of the other prominent studios, including our own, to host these kind of live events. So maybe it is their time to do it. I just hope they do it right and it doesn't detract from their existing product, I guess. And I hope they also, if they want to keep doing minors, they don't do too many of them and just keep it stagnant. That's all. I think they have a good thing going. I hope it works for them. That's about it.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good. That's going to close things up for our show priority today. We will continue to talk about more of show priority shows as events continue out. I mean, what's coming up here? We have right around the corner is...
We should also plug our Discord. We never do this. We're all so bad at it.
We're gonna check through everything.
We got to do it
here.
earlier.
We got to do it early. I know. We have to
plug that
just
shit.
pop it
For
up.
100 viewers. Do we have 100 viewers? Oh, God, we're almost
Doesn't
at 100.
matter how many people are going to catch the rebroadcast, how many people are going to be catching the VOD or listening on their podcast Saturday work hour. If you want to get involved in the BTS community about what we're talking about, you know, what we're going to be doing.
Lively discussion about the invites.
Very lively discussion about all things drama, what's happening now, and this touches facets with all the different games, not just Dota 2 with Smash, FGC, and everything else.
Yep.
Hit us up in the Discord. Very easy to remember. We were lucky to stake the BTS name, so it's discord.gg/BTS.
Yeah.
Lots of us in there. Subs, if you're a subscriber, you have access to more of the private channels and more heavy-heated discussions on drama and all the, you know, spicy VIP stuff. Plus, you get first access to asking questions to all of our guests, including PPD, who's coming up this week. And then when we have, like, patch countdown shows, we also get pretty involved with all of our subscribers there.
Yep.
Again, there'll be show priorities coming up on Epicenter, MDL, and then, of course, the Super Major, which we're going to hold our ESL UK, whatever it is. And then
Birmingham or whatever, right?
The Super Major, I'm going to hold my expectations pretty high. Super Major, all right?
I mean, if it's anything like DAC, we're going to give it a good grade.
Yeah, but
DAC did a good job.
They're already done DAC now twice. It looks great. This is Super Major. I want to see Super DAC.
I don't know, we'll see.
We'll see.
How can you get more? I mean,
a Super DAC has got to be like a TI, right? Like,
oh, God.
Just shy of a TI. So I hope it's going to be super hype. Hot Cocks on Thursday.
EPD, yeah.
Friday, 420. We're going to do a movie buffed on the new Super Troopers 2 movie.
Oh, God.
That's going to be awesome. Dan and myself will be talking a lot about
2.
that, the new Super Troopers movie. And then we're going to be doing Infinity Wars next week, so don't worry. And then we have like Smash Summit right around the corner.
Isn't it Infinity War?
Is it Infinity War or Wars? Is there one war?
Kevin?
Infinity
no
War.
S. There's only one Infinity War.
My bad.
You can't have more than one. It's Infinity already.
Yeah.
How can you have more than one?
I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, if it's going this way, there's wars.
Yeah.
If it's going this way, there's wars.
So for this 420 movie buff,
we'll see. We'll have fun.
What's the
what sponsor?
Oh, just is that gonna be a
exciting episode?
Interesting episode or
maybe
not?
We'll see. I would love to hear maybe any of your ideas out there on what we should do to make our 420 episode extra special. So hit us up on that Discord we plugged earlier, and we'll talk about it. Also, if you like any of our swag, you see at the front of the table there, that helps actually fund these kind of products and events to continue happening, being able to see your support for that. So hit us up at the Smash GG store right now. And a lot of these products are limited edition while the event's happening.
Okay.
Have I plugged and shilled everything?
Yeah.
I think I have, right?
Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We love you, and we appreciate it, and we always enjoy our Discord chats, so we continue to do that. Take care, and we'll catch you on our next podcast episode tomorrow for Hot Cocks. See you then.